So there's going to be, I'm going to actually go through some teaching tonight. Okay. So if you guys have a pen, I think it would be normally, sometimes we just have conversations but if you want to really take some notes and put some in, and I'll give you this recording because I think that's how valuable it is. I'm telling Johnny, I've been on thousands of training calls, right? That's what we do is we teach people and it's the same thing over and over and none of it's that difficult and everything, it feels overwhelming at first because you don't know finances and nobody taught it and everybody's scared to talk about it and everybody's broke and they're embarrassed and they don't understand how to invest, but they've heard of it and they want to, but they don't got enough money to because that's what they've been told their whole life and the school don't teach it and TikTok may or may not teach it, but how do you know what to listen to and who to listen to? And then you can go to YouTube and if you really get savvy, you can read books and then maybe it starts making sense, but what you really got to do is find somebody that's done it, that knows how to do it. And then you see what they did and you understand. Christian David taught me this. Jennifer, what do you think the number one quality of an Olympic athlete is?
Uh, that's a good question. I would say like their perseverance,
That's
basically.
almost what everybody says. And another good answer is persistence and consistency. Those are three really good answers, and none of those are the right answer. The answer to why the number, have I told you this before, Johnny? Do you know this answer?
No, no.
Noah, do you know the answer?
Yeah,
Do you want me to tell it or you want to tell it?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard it a million times,
It's
like
that
people
they
would
were
say it.
trained by another Olympic athlete. Okay. The number one quality of an Olympic athlete is that they had somebody that was an Olympic athlete that showed them how to be an Olympic athlete. If you want to be in the NFL, who are you going to listen to? If you want to be in the major leagues, if you want to be a professional swimmer, bowler, golfer, electrician, you got to learn from somebody that's done it, that knows how to do it, that's already there, right? And that's what I found
Yep.
in Christian in this business. And then not only Christian, he introduced me to, 30 other people that are living a dream that I never saw anyone ever live a dream. I was in corporate America struggling and I was making 150 grand a year. I was a good dude. And I was building businesses and part owners and I was like almost there, but I never saw somebody making, listen to this. If you get $10 million in assets under management with your Series 65, you make 50 grand a year passive. $10 million in assets under management pays you 50 grand a year passively. How long do you think people work in a career? Jennifer, how long you been working?
Oh, God, you know, 20 some years, 30 some
Do
years.
you make 50 grand a year passive?
No,
Do you have even the potential or opportunity for that to happen in your career? Even if you're the best that ever was at your career, who makes 50 grand a year in your career?
passively,
Passively.
uh,
50. We're talking 50 grand a year.
no one.
Guess how many people I knew when I was in corporate America doing it? The same amount as you.
Yeah,
None. Everybody was working. The bosses were working. Who's your boss? How good is your boss living? Not that good, right? How good is their boss living? Still not that good, and you don't even know that person. So maybe they're living okay. Bruce makes 1.5 million a year in this business passive every year, and he plugs in 10 hours a week, and he'll make that forever, no matter what. It's never going to stop. And Bruce is the greatest of the great. But if you just do this for 10 years at a decent level, slowly, consistently, learn it, become an expert, a professional at what you do, then all of a sudden you make, even if you just $10 million in assets under management, do the math, okay? That's 10 people with a million. It's 20 people with 500,000. It's 40 people with 25,000, right? It's 80 people with 12,000. Do you think you could get 80 clients to invest $12,000 with you so you get $10 million? Is that math right? Maybe it's wrong. I felt like I did it right in my head,
sounds right.
It's close. It's good. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, it's close enough. Even if you got it wrong, it's right. So,
right?
yeah.
It's $10 million. Do you think there's $10 million? You get one person, $10 million. Big 50 grand a year passive. All I gotta do is manage your money right and know what to do. The Great Wall of Wealth is $124 trillion, some things say. That divided per day over 20 years, according to ChatGPT, maybe my math's wrong again, is $11 billion a day, $11.5 billion a day. That's gonna move hands from one hand to the next, okay? So you know what you need to do? Be a professional and at least know something to say that's going to elevate somebody's interest so that you can introduce them to somebody that knows. And here you have 20 people that know way more than I do. Okay. So if you think I know something, I don't know nothing. I barely know anything. Okay. I know a little bit, but I don't know everything. Okay. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is this Shane Perry, he went through, you have to understand questions to ask people, right? So there's different interviews when you meet with people. And I probably information dumped on you, Johnny, the first time we met, because you're a technical person. And I went through Rule of 72 and cash flow quadrant and financial independence. And if you weren't you and you didn't know what you knew, you'd have been like, bro, I'm lost after part 2, right? But you followed me and you were like, damn, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. I've heard of some of these things, but I didn't really know exactly what they were, but he explained them to me in a way that made sense based on what I knew from before. And it sounds like, let me go do my research and see if he knows what he's talking about. And then you did research for 2-3 months, making sure that I knew what I said was real, right? Isn't that the truth? And then, but now this stuff is all real and you can become a professional here. There's this thing called school community. And I'm thinking about putting a community up there for sale because sometimes when people buy things, they take it more seriously. And I just want to teach people how to get a financial license without having to go to college. That's what I want my course to be called. How to get in the finance industry without going to college. Maybe it's $100, maybe it's 1,000, 5,000. I don't know what's even legal to sell it for. But you can do these communities and teach people things. And if you do actually gain a curriculum, and that's what we have here, and it's all for $100. It's the craziest business opportunity in the world if you understand what it is. Is that fair? So there's 3 types of people you have to talk to, and I want to get to this part of it. So I hope I did a good enough job explaining why I'm going to talk about this. Okay, so first thing that you do is you're going to be able to just tell them what you're going to talk about. Okay, this is the format. It's called tell them what you're going to tell them what you told them. Okay, so you're going to go through things and you're not going to give them a lot. Today's the first look. We're going to touch on the basics, answer a few questions, see if this even sparks your interest. That's all I'm looking to do. Keep it simple, high level, set the stage for a second conversation. Fair, Johnny? Is that cool? And act like you don't know too much when I'm talking to you, okay? What I want to do is give you the basic idea who we are, what we do, and also get to know each other a little bit. Excuse me. You'll get to know me, and I want to get to know you. I'm not going to give you enough information to make a fully educated decision about whether this is right for you, but it will get enough to know if it piques your interest. If it does, the next steps for a second meeting in the next few days where we'll dive deeper into the details and specifics. You never can do a first interview on a Friday. You have to get in front of somebody within 24 to 48 hours. I didn't know that. You got to give them enough information to come back to you so that you could give them more information. And then that's the information. The first information, nobody's going to make a decision on the first try. You got to give them enough information, like I did with Jennifer on our first phone call. Then she canceled on me 2 different times before she actually showed up when she said she was going to. And today we had a meeting, yesterday, and I called early and she's like, yeah, I can do right now because I didn't want to wait till 3 because I went golfing yesterday and I'm like, she already canceled twice. If she's going to answer, she'll answer. If she doesn't, that's good. But she's licensed. I knew she was knowledgeable the first time. So normally if somebody cancels twice, Jennifer, it's a wrap. There's no way I'm about to talk to you. Okay. But I knew, and Noah was like, I was like, I can't believe she canceled again because Noah talked to you before I did. Is that true? Maybe.
I don't think so.
Noah sometimes acts like me when he calls. Listen to how it sounds.
On a 5-minute call, I might have did the 5-minute call, like the initial introduction call, and usually I just answer and I say, "Hey, it's Matt with the Great Give Back. How's it going?"
Normally, the first call is not even me. It's Noah being me talking to these people for 5 minutes because half the people for 5 minutes ain't worth our time.
Gotcha.
Is that crazy?
Yeah,
Can you believe that? Do you feel deceived?
a little. I'm like, I still don't even.
Do you feel better now that you know?
Sure.
Do you feel like I'm a liar and not telling the truth?
No.
Okay, good. And it only because it's easier sometimes.
It's just because a lot of the people on the
sometimes he
5-minute calls, to be honest, on these LinkedIn's, they're kids fresh out of college that think that they're about to go and get 120 grand in their first year salary.
That's 85% of the people we talk to.
Like, I'm gonna just straight tell them either, okay, good luck in your search, or I'll send them to Tuesday and maybe they'll find value, and then they'll want to do something with us.
Or I'll
But
schedule a follow-up. And his message to me was, you need to follow up with this lady. This is a good call. She's a perfect person to talk to, but she's ready. And then we were going to meet that week, and I'm like, dang, she canceled right before. And then you rescheduled it, which some people don't do. So that made me know that you were serious. And then you canceled it again right before the second time. And I was like, I can't believe she canceled again. Noah, he was like, I promise you, she's going to get on. I was like, all right, whatever. We'll let her stay on another Thursday. So that's I hope we don't feel deceived. Anyways, sorry about that. So we're gonna pique your interest. If it does, the next step is a second meeting. The second meeting is what matters. The first meeting, no one's gonna listen to you. They're just gonna, the purpose of a first phone call, conversation, interaction, anything is to develop the second one. Okay. Because we're in the recruiting business. You guys understand that? Is that okay with you? Do you want to have a team of people? Do you think building a business with people that work for you, that understand what you, even if they're better than you still can be, you don't have to be the greatest that there ever is. You just got to introduce people to a system that's proven and worked. And there's lots of people that make a lot of money. It's not a pyramid scheme. Do you agree? Do you feel like you're in a pyramid scheme?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. I don't either. It's a New York Stock Exchange, publicly traded, $10 billion company. You go buy the stock. I think we're at like 265 right now. It's great. One of the greatest investments there could be. We're going to touch on some of the things we do. That's another thing, is you have to talk about the company. We're huge. We're big. We're backed. Do you guys understand what solvency is? Anybody ever heard that word before?
No.
like solvency, as in like being backed by something.
Yep. Can you explain it a little more, Johnny?
That was me that said that.
Yeah, I know. That's good, Noah, but he was about to unmute.
Oh, my fault.
Oh no,
That's
it's
good, though. I appreciate that answer.
I didn't.
Noah.
I just was reading your script. Like, I just was reading the script, so I couldn't like really. I didn't see him unmute. You can go ahead, Johnny.
oh no, that's good. You're good.
It means you got enough money. If you go out of business, all your claims are going to be paid.
Oh,
It means that you have money, so companies go insolvent, and insurance companies have to put into the Guarantee Association, which is what pays for people that have policies for companies that go insolvent. Johnny has one. Okay, see how this stuff is actually real? That's the cool part, Jennifer. Tomorrow can I call the company with you, and let's record it and ask them questions?
well, probably not, because I'll have to call like sometime when I get a time in between like patients or whatever.
Can you at least like give me like a 1 minute warning and say, I'm about to call right now, you can listen? And I think it should be recorded, because we have like 10 of these recordings, and or else, if you're gonna not call before we leave tonight, can I make a list of questions for you to ask?
Yeah, I can let you know. We could do both. So I have
Okay, good. What we do is we have these calls recorded, because you've been paying $275 a month for 5 years, basically, right?
Yeah.
So you have, let's call it $9,000 invested into this policy for a $160,000 insurance policy, right? When you call and ask for the cash value, what number how much do you expect them to say that you have in cash value?
No, at least the 9 to close to 10 or whatever.
What if they say you have $2,000 available to you?
I would be pretty frustrated.
And what if they just tell you that on the phone, and they say you have $2,352? There's this thing called a surrender charge. You should have read your policy, and you can either release it now for the $2,800, or you can keep on paying for another 40 years, and we'll send you what we might give you later.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think it's like at 10 years, then you don't have to do the surrender, right? Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You want to know what they teach us here? You never should buy an investment product you don't understand.
Yes.
That's what we did. And nobody, do you think the agent that sold it to you understood it? Did they explain it to you real well?
I mean, I think they explained it to me with the same kind of knowledge that I think I had explained it to other
Do you
people.
think they bought one for themselves?
Yes, they
Do you
did.
think they ever called the company and asked how much cash value they had in it?
Probably not.
The agent that sold them it, do you think they understood it? Do you understand companies are out to make a profit, and the purpose for a company is to make profit? So the insurance companies have convinced people to give them their money with a guarantee to not lose, so that they get to have the money to invest it in, and they get to give you 3 to 5% on all the money that they make, and they make 10, 20, 30. And rule of 72 shows you that that's millions of dollars of difference, but nobody knows that because this doesn't get taught.
Yeah.
Right. So sorry, I keep getting off track, but that's important. So we're going to touch on investments. Look at this. Investments, especially through mutual funds, are probably the most exciting part of what we do. They're simple to understand and can make a huge difference for your future. I won't go into all the details today, but at the next meeting I can show you exactly how they work and how people like you use them to plan for their family, career, and long-term goals. This is an elevator pitch, okay? What do you do is somebody's going to ask you all the time, and a good thing to say is we help people with their money. And then that's always going to invoke a what do you mean response. And then you have to have something intelligent to say. And what I always say is, have you ever heard of financial independence? Right? What is that? It's when you pay your bills on time. It's when you're living stable. It's when you don't have any debt. It's when you don't have any. That's what everybody's going to say. And then you compliment them and you say, that's exactly the same thing I thought. I thought the same thing. When they asked me, I said the same thing. What I learned is financial independence is when your passive income exceeds your living expenses. Are you familiar with the term passive income? Yes, I am. What is it? They're usually going to say money you make without working. Well, kind of, maybe, but how? Like, explain it to me. There's two ways to do it. It's either investments or business ownership. Give them a chance to answer. They may or may not get the answer. Then tell them that, and then explain that if you don't have those two things, you don't have passive income, you'll never be financially independent. That puts you in a place of, at least it sounds like you know something about the money industry, right? And then you want to follow up for another meeting. But another thing you can say is, you can say investments, the world of investments, right? So then we're going to talk about compensation. This is all the first interview is going to be, is a little brief overview. Tell them what I'm going to tell them. Then I'm going to ask them a bunch of questions about them. This is a early 30s to 40. This is 28 to 45 with kids. Okay. We're going to learn about their family. How is your family doing? Are you raising Johnny? Are you raising kids?
Sure am.
How many kids you got?
3.
What's a typical day for you look like?
Work, home, and then school, and then kids.
Man, it sounds like you're
Cooking.
busy. How do you
Yeah.
feel about your current career? You don't know me yet.
Uh, well, I'm almost at the end of my current career. I'm looking for something different.
Awesome. If you had the chance for more flexibility, how would you spend your time?
I would spend more time at home with my kids, doing things I enjoy. Um, and then only working when I need to or want. Well, no, not when I need to. Only working when I want to.
Oh man, that's a huge goal, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of financial independence? That's what it is. Boom. Okay. Now I know you a little bit. Nice to meet you, Johnny. Awesome. Okay. Now I don't know about you, Johnny. There's 3 of these we have to learn. Okay. I don't know about you, Johnny, but let me tell you where most families your age with young kids are today, especially after everything that's happened recently. People are genuinely worried about money. They're constantly thinking about whether they have enough. Jobs don't pay enough, and they worry about paying for everything from college tuition, cars, weddings, and just the things that used to feel normal. When they look down the road, they see their jobs. Maybe they like what they do, maybe they don't. But even if they do, they know it's never going to pay them enough. They know they need more, but they don't know where to turn or how to get it. Many have thought about starting a business or finding ways to make extra income, but they haven't found the right path. Now, thinking about your situation, your family, your career, your goals, does any of this sound familiar? Are you worried about whether you're going to have the options and security for you want yourself and your family? Because that's exactly where most people are. And that's why this opportunity exists, to give someone like you a chance to take control, create options, and start building a future that feels possible. How you feel about that?
I like it.
Retell their story, okay? And then you have to give an aha moment. And there's 2 options for aha moments, okay? Is first, you have to shift their mind about what they think about when they think about the word life insurance, okay? So depending on the conversation, usually you're not going to talk about this, but it's good to know about this so that you could talk about it if somebody understands life insurance. If they don't understand life insurance, it's going to be hard to. If they have life insurance, you're going to flip it, okay? So when most people hear life insurance, they immediately think about death. But let me ask you something. What do you think your most valuable asset is? Did I ask you that today, Jennifer? Yesterday, actually, yesterday, I legit asked her these questions. Actually, it's not any of that. Your most valuable asset is your ability to go to work every day, bring in income, provide a lifestyle for your family. That's what everything else depends on. If something happened to you, then that income stopped. Everything that you've been working towards, your home, your kids, your future, could be at risk. Life insurance isn't really life insurance. It's income protection. It's protecting your ability to provide for your family and maintain the life you're building together. That's why it's important, and that's why it's one of the most misunderstood but powerful tools out there. Pause, make eye contact, Let that sink in. This is really a real thing. I'm not just reading this. I know this. I practice this. How does this make you feel? Most people never think about it that way. When I first realized it, I completely changed how I saw what I do. This is a true story to me. And that's why this business is so powerful. It's not just about helping clients, it's about giving people the ability to protect their families, secure their future, create wealth and options for their lives. And the best part, it's something you could do while building your own path to. And then I went and showed her a financial independence number. And then I showed her how to save money over time in a financial calculator. I provided real, true value for her because I'm not out here selling some kind of scam. I'm teaching people real things that they can learn to go share with other people. And if you want to build a business doing it, great. And if you just want to get 10 million in assets under management yourself, then great. And do either one of those. Or if you just want to get some licenses so that you're more valuable and you can go open your own firm someday, then do that too. But just teach people about money the right way to actually help them so they're stop getting screwed over. That's what I care about. Fair? Here's aha moment number 2. Oh, this one's good, Johnny. Watch this. Okay, it's not about, it's what we do isn't different, and what's different is who we do it for. Okay. What we do isn't different. What's different is who we do it for. Can you guys say that in there? You don't have to unmute, just say it. What we do isn't different. What we different is who we do it for. Okay. Do you understand that? Now we're going to tell them what we're going to tell them, and we're about to tell them what we're going to tell them now. Okay. Here's what really sets us apart. It's not what we do, it's who we do it for. A lot of companies out there do the same thing we do, financial planners, wealth managers, even big firms like Merrill Lynch, same investments, same strategies. But here's the thing, they only focus on the top 3 to 5% of the population, the people who already have 100,000 or more to invest. They're looking for clients who can write a big check tomorrow if they want to. You can use the word investable assets in people who have $100,000 or more of investable assets. That means that they can write a check for $100,000 tomorrow. And honestly, most people aren't in that position. That leaves the other 95 to 97% of people like you, young families, couples just starting out, folks trying to balance a mortgage, daycare, savings for the future, left figuring it out on their own. They get a little bit of advice, or worse, they don't get any at all. What we do is the exact same work, but we bring it to the people who need it most, families trying to pay for college, buy a home, save for retirement, or just feel secure. The people who've been overlooked, that's who we serve. So the real moment is not about the tools, the products, or the investments themselves. It's about helping real people protect their families, create security, and build a better future. That's why this work matters. We don't just serve the wealthy, we serve the real world, the people working hard, making sacrifices, and determined to create a life that actually works for them. How great is that? Can you get behind that?
Absolutely.
And do you want to go share who you want to tell next, Johnny? Does it make you really excited, or am I crazy?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Stuff like if we could just learn, this is a real conversation. It's exactly how I feel. Okay. Here's the last one. Okay. Here's the truth. Financial services, especially in the investment side, is one of the most lucrative industries in America. More people create wealth in this field than doctors and attorneys combined. And a huge part of that comes from investments. That's where the real opportunity is. What makes this different is how we do it. We're one of the very few broker dealers in the country that lets you get an investment license as a 1099 independent contractor. Do you understand the power of that part? Everybody get that. You can't go do this everywhere. Okay. Just like the estate, just like real estate. Okay. There are no minimums, no quotas, no pressure to hit your numbers you can't control. Most companies, even if they allow it, are traditional wealth managers or financial planners. First, you're lucky to get hired, then you're tied to full-time schedules, quotas, and if you don't hit them, you're out. That's stressful and restrictive. It's not like that here. You can get licensed, sell mutual funds and investments, build a business that grows into your terms. You can work around your family schedule, your career goals, their other priorities. The upside is completely in your hands. It's a real chance to create financial freedom for security for you and your families on your own timeline. Okay, now this one's powerful too. Here's something most people don't realize. There are hundreds of micro communities all around us. Your micro community is you, your spouse, your partner, your family, your close friends, and all their family and friends. Everyone they know has financial needs, questions, and goals. Here's the thing. Most people in that circle will never get advice from a Merrill Lynch advisor or a traditional wealth manager. They're not wealthy yet, but they need guidance. That's where you can step in. If you focus on the investment side of mutual funds, retirement planning, financial strategies, even at a steady, moderate pace, in 9 to 18 months, you could become the go-to financial person in your community. Word spreads fast. People refer their advisor, not their insurance agent. And the rewards are real. Regional leaders managing 10 million in assets earn roughly 50,000 a year in passive income just from investments part-time. That's financial freedom. That's security for your family. Here's a real life example. One of those guys, Austin, is 19. He got fully licensed in 6 months and he made $8,800 in one day on a single trade. That's nearly now he has $500,000 in his pipeline. Think about on pace he could be by 30 or 40. That's the potential. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do what Austin did, but the fact that this opportunity exists for you and your family is huge. It's not just about selling insurance or recruiting. It's about using investments to build real life-changing freedom, security, and options for the people you care about most. Doesn't that feel like something worth exploring? Okay. So this is now, those are our aha moments. Okay. Now I want to go over two more things. Here's, you tell the 18 to 25-year-old story. Okay. Amaya, are you here?
Yeah, I am.
Hi, what's your name? How you doing, Amaya? Nice to meet you. My name
I'm
is
good. How are you?
What, you just went to college?
Yeah, I'm at college right now. I start classes tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, what are you studying?
I'm studying education.
Oh wow, you want to be a teacher?
Yes, I do.
Man, we need good teachers. Are you excited
Yeah.
about the teaching industry?
I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you paying a whole bunch of loans to go to school?
No, I actually have a full ride, so I'm going for
Oh my
free.
gosh. You're incredible. That's awesome to hear. Man, that's
Mhm.
amazing. Okay, now she's 18, right? Here's some 18-year-old questions. We got to know her a little bit. Now, Maya, I don't know about you. Let me tell you where most people your age are today. Your generation is the first to reach adulthood and really take a look around. You're smart, driven, and ambitious. You've seen what your parents went through. You love them, but you don't want that life. You don't want to work your fingers to the bone until for someone else to barely make ends meet. You grew up with social media. You see a bigger world. Now there's more. You know there's more than what most people settle for. You want freedom. Want to be your own person. You don't want a job. You want control over your lifetime and your income. You're entrepreneurial. You want the ability to make 250 grand a year, build a following, and create something meaningful and see the impact of your work. Is that true?
That is true.
Most people your age are going to work the next 40 years and retire broke. That's the harsh reality. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be that way for you. You have access to an opportunity most people don't even know exists. And if you focus on just the security side of the business, position could create real passive income, build generational wealth, and control your time and your future. All before you hit 30. The only question is, are you willing to step up and take it?
I am.
Good. Congratulations. Okay, now watch this one. This is the last conversation. 45 to 55. This is be older than you are, okay, Johnny? You're now your kids are grown and you're me, okay? You're here, you've asked me these questions. Okay, I'm talking to me this time, okay? Um second. How do I make it get bigger? Okay, I just asked me some questions. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let me ask you something and just be real with me for a second. All right, sure, no problem. Most people I talk to around your age are carrying a lot right now. They're working hard, doing everything they can for their families, but deep down they're worried about whether they'll ever really be able to stop working or if they or they have to keep grinding until the day they physically can't anymore. They wonder, am I saving enough? Will I actually be okay when I retire? Will I have to depend on my kids one day? Will I ever feel truly free? And here's the truth. Most 50-year-olds aren't on track. It's because they're lazy, bad with their money. It's because no one ever sat down with them to show them a different way. That's what I love what we do. We help people create an actual plan, not just for their investing, but for building something lasting. And for a lot of people, that includes creating streams of income that could give them real freedom. Freedom worth worrying, freedom from worrying if the paycheck stops, freedom to retire when they want to, freedom to breathe again. So let me ask you, when you think about your own future, do you feel confident you're on track to live the life you've always imagined? Does some part of you wonder if there's more you could be doing right now? How many people are thinking that? How many 18-year-olds are thinking the other one? How many 25 to people are thinking the other one? Here we get an opportunity to relate to people, to share a story with people and show people how they can actually get out of it. And some people who are motivated, driven, ambitious, hungry, and coachable and willing to do it will do it. And some people don't. And even the ones that don't, as long as we can educate them properly so that they have like at least a plan that even if they don't follow the plan, if they know that there is a plan and what the plan is, and the plan is to protect your life so that you don't die and leave your people that are most important to you homeless, and invest some money so that someday you can live and understand how a budget works and pay attention and get a will and don't have debt. And it's not that complicated. It's all in a picture of a house and it takes 15-minute video that will explain it for you, and you don't even need to know how to explain the video. You can just learn to ask questions for people and really truly genuinely care about people, because I know you guys care about people. I do too. Like, I practice these scripts and it makes me somehow sometimes think like, man, maybe I'm just practicing these scripts. No, it's because I want to be prepared to say the right thing when I talk to someone, so they don't tell me I want to think about it. I want to go try to figure it out. And it ain't because I'm trying to be deceitful and rude and mean. It's because I want people to make good decisions for them. And I believe in what we do full-heartedly. And I want to share this with the whole, 50 more people, Johnny, that we haven't talked to. And Jennifer, I don't know who you know, but I bet you know more than, I bet the people that you talk to about Globe Life sure would like another second shot at this, if it didn't come across as some like, oh my God, I have to go to a webinar. No, I want you to introduce this dude. I taught you something before. You still trust me? Listen, I learned more. I want to help you learn more. But let me. You don't have to buy anything. I don't care if you buy anything. You don't need to. But at least join the opportunity and get a license and go change your life. And then when you realize what you have, when we call the company together and we ask them questions and they tell you on the phone, because I've had this call before and I just haven't known to record it, but this call needs to be recorded and showed to people, and you get to show them, Jennifer, and say, look, this was me. This is what I had. I've been putting this in for 5 years, $275. How many people are investing $275 a month? Nobody is. And you're putting it in this thing that they told you is an investment, and it ain't an investment. They're stealing your money. The insurance company's making money off your money, because that's what the insurance companies do, just like the banks do. It's the terriblest thing. Terriblest is what I said.
That's fair. Sometimes you got to make up words and let them stick. Dramatic effect.
That's a good way to end. Okay, that's what I got. Did you learn anything?
Yeah. I think the scripts kind of really stuck with me. Just the way that it kind of, I don't want to say forces you, but it allows you to build that rapport with, I'll say, like pre-canned messages in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you already know what to ask to kind of break down those natural walls that we build up when somebody tells us and we just think that they're going to talk about life insurance. Because it's so like I told you before, like I sold life insurance before, long time ago.
Yeah.
And also, like Noah said, like I was one of those, because I was literally 19 at the time. I thought I was gonna make $250,000 my first year. Didn't happen that way. And I found a lot of times when I got shut down, it was just because the idea of life insurance came up.
Yep.
And so that made it harder to kind of build the rapport or even go into anything further, because they're like, oh, this person's like, they just want to sell me. Like, I don't want life insurance. I'm like, well, why don't you want life
Nobody
insurance?
wants to talk about life insurance, bro. It's nasty. But don't talk about life insurance. Talk about investments. Everybody wants to talk about investments. Right?
I mean, life insurance is still like,
But don't talk about it up front. It's a bad word. It's a
well, yeah. I think the way that you I won't say refocus, but you kind of you change it around. Instead of saying life insurance, income protection.
Exactly right.
Like when they hear income protection, it's like, all right, wait, what do you mean income protection? It's not, what do you mean life insurance? What do you mean income protection? And then that just kind of opens the door for a further conversation. And then now that's what they're thinking about, as opposed to life insurance. So I just like the whole way that, I don't know if it's just you and just this team. But like I said before, like I taught you before, like I kind of was shying away from the name Primerica before.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really when I saw, when I looked at your page and it was like the Great Give Back. I was like, the Great Give Back. All right, well, what we got talking about here? And then that just kind of, again, it set the tone. So it wasn't like, yeah, I just want to sell these products and make money. It was, you were talking about actually helping people. And I was like, that's what drew me in initially.
Johnny, here's what I want to do this week is I want you to write me, this is going to be hard for you. Will you accept a difficult task?
That depends on how no, I got you.
You got to write about you. Make a good bio page about you. Johnny Ross is the man, and he's the man above all men, and nobody's as cool as Johnny Ross is. Okay? Just not really that, but you know what I'm saying? He's been in the Air Force for 25 years. What rank are you?
E7,
And
Master
what's the
Sergeant
highest
Air
rank you could
Force.
be?
E9.
Okay. And what do you got to do to be an E9?
Just a little bit more. I think I'm on my way to E8 right now. But
So
long story short, you
more
have to
humble.
prove to the people higher than you that you are worthy of that position. Long story short.
That's called humility, what you're doing right there. Okay. Because of all the people in the Air Force, how many are E7? What percentage ever make it that high?
What, 20-ish% or less?
I bet it's way less than that.
Yeah, I think it's less. I think when we usually when we go through promotion cycles, it's about 13 or so percent that actually makes it. So most of the people that go through the Air Force, they get out well before making it to E7 in the first place. Um, I'll say about 80% is probably E1 to E5.
Mm-hmm.
And then E6 probably maybe 15%, and then we maybe go 5%, 4%, 3% E7. Because once you make E9, you're the top 1% or less. So I would say maybe 4% would
So how
be.
long till you're E9?
Um. So if I make E8, with I
So
think I'm
say
on my way to doing this year.
change what you just said. Say after I'm E8.
All right. So after I'm E8, have to have that rank for 2 years. I have 4 years left, so I would probably make it around my 28 to 29 year mark.
What
And
year is
then,
that?
or I'm sorry, not 29, 18,
When did
18,
what year is
19
it?
year
And what
mark.
month is it? Make a pick a day.
This
When
is
do they get
16,
promotions?
year 16 in November. Promotion cycle comes up in,
I'm about to send you a meeting invite for this day.
let's say March. So I would know by March, April of year 16. Make it year 16, probably have it on by the end of the year, 2 years, 17, 18, and then another cycle. So it'd be year 18 to year 19.
What year is that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
2025 right now.
27 to 28. Let's say 28.
And when do they give the promotions?
I think they start letting people know around March timeframe.
Say so March 28, or you want March 27?
It would be, so if I know for E8, I would know March 26.
6,
I would know March
27,
26.
28. So it's gonna be March 28. What day?
Yeah.
Pick a day in March. What's your favorite number?
I don't know. Let's go not the 21st. Any day, any day that's not the 21st. That's my wife's birthday, so I will be out of pocket that day.
March 7th,
Okay, that works.
2028. Johnny E9 promotion day. I'm sending you an invite. I need you to accept it.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna do that. All right.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that, but that was important to me. I was talking about. Oh, I know what I want you to write about you. Okay, Johnny, I have this many years experience. I did this. I have this degree. I have these kids. You might have just froze. No, you didn't.
No, I
Write a
thought I
little
got your
blurb about
message.
you. Go to the greatgiveback.world and go to the About Us page or Meet the Team, and read about us. And I want you to be on the team. And you can, and I added, oh, yeah, I did this week too. Because what I've been doing this week, y'all, is anytime I've been calling for 401k plans. This is the most lucrative form of prospecting I've ever seen before. Is there's this product where you can go search for the zip code, you can go find the zip code list, and then I got 1,174 plans I need to call, and they're all sorted by score. This plan score is 2 out of 100, and I got to the third page. So now who I'm going to call next is I'm going to call this company, and I'm going to find the person that has the 401k. I have the number, who I'm going to talk to. I got it. It's going to take a note to figure out who to talk to. And then I got to convince the HR person to let me talk to the doctor. And some of these plans have millions of dollars in it. Like these plans have Watch this. So some of these plans only have a little bit of money in it. $1,000, $1,000,000, $1,000, $1,500, $3,000,000, $4,000,000, $7,000, 11,000, 1.2. And each of these plans has people that we can talk to that need to know about money, and then you come active participants. So all these companies, if you teach them something, you could do a free wealth workshop for their office, right? We're part of the Great Give Back. It's a nonprofit. We'll have our nonprofit designation in the next 60 days. So we come in as a nonprofit to give a free wealth seminar to your organization, and then we sell them PFS, or we use Empower Financial to get 401ks for the organization, and then we go help each individual with all of their money inside the organization. And then, like I was telling Jennifer, I don't care if you put your money in your 401k or your Roth. All I knew how to do was put it into the Roth and get paid, but people are way more likely to put money in their 401k because they've been trained to put money in their 401k. And we can just set up the 401k. And the reason how we can provide value to the employers is we do their fiduciary responsibility for you. Periodically, they have to review your plan. We do a free benchmark of your plan to make sure that it's performing exactly like it's supposed to. On per our benchmark score, look at this. Your plan is scored a 12 on a scale of 1 to 100. Okay? You have $1 million in your plan and it's scored 12 on a score of 1 to 100. Do you think 12 out of 100 is a good score? If we could help increase your performance or decrease your fees, would you be open to a no obligation free conversation so we can just give you 15 minutes and show you what we do? And then we call Kylie, and he's been doing this 35 years, and he gives you 5 minutes of some fire that you're like, man, I got to learn how to do this. And then if Kylie does it, you get to split commission. If you, after 5 split commissions, you have the ability to do it on your own. Why not learn how to do that? Right?
Yeah.
So, and then on here, so I would love to add you to the site, Johnny, and put your name on there and what you do, and you can market it. You can order cards. You can have whatever you want to, because it's way more subtle than representing Primerica, because everybody's afraid. That's what Shane Perry talks about. That recording, he says the number one thing we're against is people think we're an MLM. That's the number one. America has this terrible connotation of you're in one of those things, and it's because people don't understand business. That's really the whole thing about it. It is an MLM, sort of, but it's not. We don't get paid nothing for recruiting. I don't get paid 1 penny for Jennifer starting, not a dime. All I got to do is teach her how to learn what to do, and then if she makes $1, I make $1. If she don't make no money, I don't. And she can make money without me getting even overrides on it too. There are products where she can just get paid and I don't. But pretty much every time I teach her to get paid, I get paid. And you too, you have a license, Johnny. So this, in the beginning, when you're training people without license, you get paid. They get a bonus and you get paid before they get paid, but they get the free bonus if they actually get their license. And so for some reason, and so coming across as one of those things, that's why you have to position yourself as an investment firm, as an advisor, as a wealth manager, as a financial coach, the word insurance is bad news, bro. It's the only time insurance is a good news is if somebody has insurance and they're not quite sure about it, and then you say enough to make them think you know what you're talking about, and then you don't ever you get back to them in a position where you can. And like Jennifer, I want her to look at her policy. I don't want to tell her what I know about her kind of policy. That doesn't matter. It ain't her policy. When we get the policy that has her name on it and we go through and highlight the things that are in her policy, then she's going to know what she has. And that's what every agent should do with their reps. And that's why what we do is so beautiful, because our insurance is pay this premium, get this death benefit if you die. How hard is that to understand? Where's the cash value? You don't get none. Why would you get, how much money do you get paid back if you don't use your health insurance at your job? Right? Do they send you a check every time you don't go to the doctor? How much money does your car insurance give you when you don't crash? How much money do you get from your homeowner's insurance policy if your house don't burn down? Does your phone insurance company send you a check when you don't break your phone? How much cash value do you want to invest more into that tax-free deduction into your home insurance policy? No, but they tricked us into this world, and it's the biggest. It should be illegal, man. It's stealing middle Americans' money, and it sucks. It's sad, and everybody needs to know. And then when you learn that, you become what's called a crusader, Jennifer, because you're going to be pissed. And then you're going to want to go tell everybody you know that has that same thing as you, like, yo, this is the worst thing you could ever be doing with your money. And then those are the people that win because you go and you tell that story. This is what happened to me, and I don't want it to happen to you. I know this is an uncomfortable conversation, but I think it's better you know than don't know, because I had to know for 5 years and I wasted, I hope they tell you you got $20,000 cash to loan. It'll be the first time I ever heard it. I'm gonna be so excited if they say you got $13,000, you can borrow it right now. I'm gonna be like, let me learn how this one works. So I just have yet to see that. I've never seen one that ever performed the way it was supposed to, ever. Never even, only people I ever heard talk about them were the agents selling them. And they didn't show it. They just talked about it. So I'll show you some investments, real deal, actual investments over time. You pick the day period, time, amount, fund, and we'll show you exactly what it did. Go show me that in your insurance policy. Oh, you can't, because there is no telling. You're guaranteed to get 3% on your money, and they may give you 3 or 4 or 7 or 10 with a clip and the participation rate with the cap, and maybe they can explain it, maybe they can't. But when you call the company, they're going to say, here's what you have, and that's what you have. So, PFS Investments, if somebody asks you, who do you work for? You work for PFS Investments. That's really our name, Primerica Financial Services. But what I say is we represent about 40 different companies across 9 lines of businesses. This is what I say is I say we do estate planning, wills, insurance, investments, mortgages, and 401ks. We represent companies like Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, Invesco, Bright House, Lincoln, Equitable, Corebridge, which used to be AIG. Now Empower is another one. Those are huge names if anybody knows anything about money. Those ain't just like, that's like being like, have you ever heard of the NFL? We represent the Steelers, the Redskins, the Patriots, the Broncos, the Chiefs, the 49ers, and the some other good team, the Ravens. Right? So that's all. I feel like I'm rambling now. Maybe I am. Babe, what do you have for us?
Nothing.
Come on, you gotta add something to it. Put some little salt on top.
You just can't put me against the spot like that.
Just dabble a little salt on the top of the dish.
No, I think you did good. I mean, we just need to all understand why we're here and find a different way of getting people to understand not life insurance, but income replacement. Like, we need to protect our income.
And we need to invest for our future too. And everybody's excited.
Absolutely, investing. Yeah.
This is here's where we'll end it, okay? Watch this. I gotta change this folder. I don't want to call it recruiting, and I don't want it to be called a recruiting interview. I just want to only have conversations from now on. It could be an interview, but I don't want it to be a recruiting interview. I just want it to be an interview with people, okay? Here's the most easiest to understand thing ever, okay? So we talk about investments, and they come in the door, and then we show them how investments work, and then we teach them that you have to do things before you're allowed to invest. And then insurance becomes like a byproduct. Insurance becomes like, oh, you don't have any life insurance? Like what? Or else it becomes, oh, awesome. First thing we'll do is do a free comparison on your life insurance and show you that. Right. And then if people don't want to talk about life insurance, if I was going to build your house for you, Johnny, and you're like, yeah, man, I don't got enough money for the cement, just go on ahead and build it without the foundation. What would I say if I was your builder?
That'd be some crazy stuff.
No, bro, I'd be like, sign here, here, and here. I ain't doing that. I don't even want to put my name on that. Right. So that's how I feel. If people don't want to make sure that they have the proper protection or understand the protection, or at least have the amount of protection that they can afford at the time that they're at, then I don't want to really work with them. Right. And then we do a free financial needs analysis. Jennifer, this is what we're going to do for you. You're going to be so excited. Here's what we're going to do for you is we're going to show you exactly where you stand. Okay. We're going to show you your current situation based on your life, your numbers, I can either do this with you, or you can do it on your own if you don't want me to see your numbers. Okay. Then you're going to calculate your net worth, or we'll do it together. And then we're going to teach you how to save for retirement and give you some different age options and what it's going to look like to be able to retire when you want to. And then we'll show you what you're currently doing, where you stand. And then we'll show you what you need to do to meet your goal. And then we'll show you 3 different accounts that are needed. And then we'll help you get out of any debt that you might have. And we'll do it way faster and way less expensive than anybody else will. And you're going to spend the same amount as you're paying. It's just a different strategy to save you time to get out of debt. Would you rather get out of debt sooner or later? I don't know if you have any debt, but if you have debt, what would somebody say? They would say sooner. And then we'll show you the strategy of how to do that. We'll talk about insurance with you. We'll show you the decreasing responsibility, which is important. And then what we'll do is we'll show you some different reasons why you should work with us. We'll get you save some money on your car insurance. I gave you a number. Did you call that number? Did I give you a number, Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay. You can call a number and save money on your car insurance. And if you save money on your car insurance, make sure you use your code, and your code is NBM2C. Okay. And when you use that, if you save money on your car insurance, you'll get paid $100 direct deposit in your account as soon as you switch, in addition to whatever you save on per month. Okay. And then if you want home security, you can get that. And if you want identity theft protection, you can get that. And we'll help you get your will. And we'll do a really complex budget so you know exactly where all your money is going. And all this is just free and complimentary so that we can make a decision as to what would be the most proper investment so that you can start investing into to become financially independent based on your financial independence number, because we would all agree that that's what we're trying to get to is a fin number. True?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all included for free, and all you gotta do is learn to type in some numbers and ask questions, and gotta feel confident about what you're doing and make people, because everybody ain't just gonna tell you, I pay $683 for rent. I pay $1,500 for my this. I pay no one. Lots of people are very very iffy about sharing their numbers, and it's like, okay, here, as soon as you get your license, you're appointed, you can go fill it out. I'll do a dummy one with you and show you how to do it, and then you can do it. But you're gonna have to learn to do that with somebody else at some point, so you might as well just do it with you to start.
Sounds good.
So Eric, thanks for coming on, man. I don't know if you listened at all, but Eric is a Amazon delivery driver, young brother, real motivated, ambitious. Seems like he could do something. I'm glad he's on, even if he's just ear hustling. That's all right with me.
Oh yeah, I hear you. I just got home. So
Did you